Shit. Got my nigga Cheese in this bitch. Midwest UGK, nigga. You already know. Shit. I said my hands on this money. I'm caught up in this lifestyle. This 100-round drummy. It'll knock a nigga right down. My dope on my scale. It be knocking watch lights out. My spot do be booming. I'm caught up in this lifestyle. My hands on this money. I'm caught up in this lifestyle.
Yo, hey man, it's time for that Coach for the Street podcast. Y'all know what we do, man. The door open. But before we jump in and hit them like buttons, hit that subscribe button, because we in the streets tonight, Jack. You did. But for the most part, there's been a lot of everything going on social media. But what I want to tap into, I'm gonna get straight to it. 1090J. Okay. 1090J been exposing all of your hottest rappers in the rap game all year long, all last year and beyond. But this year, he been working hard. But dig this, okay? Kodak went live. He went live and basically, threw a couple subliminals, at some people, but he didn't put an address on it. But 1090J caught the alley-oop. So he decided to do a video on Jak writing a grievance form on the police officers that jumped on him when he said he was getting treated unfair, and thought that the audience was going to applaud what he was doing.
That don't mean nothing though. Just because you sent a kite in on the CEOs, bruh. It's people that do that all the time when they get mistreated by the CEOs. Even though a lot of times when they send that kite in, a lot of times nothing happens.
Right. It get thrown in the trash.
We know that too. But at the end of the day, we look at people that put that kite in like they undercovers.
Right.
They send that kite in against you. That makes you what you trying to say Kodak is. Not because he grieving against the CEOs.
Right.
That don't make no sense. But that's just the temperature they on right now with what's going on with the whole Kodak, Whack 100, Tekashi thing. So now it's like Jak getting a lot of discredit for a lot of it, but what 1090 pointing at, and let's just get this straight. When 1090 do be exposing these cats, a lot of these dudes need to be they deserve to be exposed because they misleading a lot of people. So let's explain that. So a lot of people, he clout chasing or he a coach. Listen, man, we tear us down. We tear each other down more than anybody do. So don't point the finger at 1090 and make it look like he's the biggest reason why everything getting torn. Nigga, we tear each other down more than anybody. He's just pointing out stuff that people don't know about because it's getting past us. So while everybody was clapping for Boston Richie, he telling you like, look, bro, he really ain't that. What's wrong with him doing that? Really nothing.
The thing is, when it comes down to black people's backyard, everybody's slick racist in their own little way. You know what I mean? So when they look at him, whether he right or wrong, they still gonna look at him like, what you got to say and what you gonna do about it.
But when they being judgmental about the situation, one thing that they not realizing is when 1090J start creating that content where he was exposing the people that had a story, but at the end of the story, they became one of them ones that put the badge on. They cooperated. He started off telling them stories. When he started off, he wasn't just, oh, I'm gonna get this black person. I'm gonna get that nigga. I'm gonna get him. He was doing white people, black people, Puerto Ricans, Mexicans, ABs, all of that.
Yeah, he ain't had no picks.
But it's like the people that don't go that far back with 1090J, they don't understand like his content didn't have no color to it then. But now, since he pointing out, you gotta understand he done damn near told every story. Now it's new stories. Boston Richie come along. This happened with Gunna. These is new stories. So he updating his content with what's going on with people who that's hiding stuff right now. I really don't see nothing wrong with that. Especially like I said, when the people he talking about misleading the majority of people that's following him.
It's a color thing. I understand what you're saying, but at the end of the day, they looking at the color. They ain't
Yeah,
looking
they
at the
looking at the color.
content.
They
Yeah,
looking
that's
at the color
all
for
they
sure.
looking at. You know what I mean? Because it's like, say for example, I'm a big blogger, right? Majority of my content on white people. I'm exposed to nothing but white people in the hood, bikers, meth makers of America, whatever you want to call it. But majority of my content is from white people. I know if I'm making that type of content, it's some people from that race gonna chew me out. You see what I'm saying? It's
Mhm.
like it's like both ways because it kind of puts you in the mind of penitentiary. You know, when the white boy he got a chance to either go over here with the skinheads,
Yeah.
be on civilian time, or you gonna be GD. You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
that's how it's looking when it come down to blogging on certain races. Like they don't want you to talk about it if you ain't one of them.
Yeah, it's definitely like that. Like how
Yeah.
certain gangs would be like, nigga, how you speaking on our business and you promoting it?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's the same. It's really the same thing. I'm not saying I don't get it because I definitely get it,
Mm-hmm.
and that's one part where, like I said, we always say this on this show. Shout out to 1090J because he do
Sure.
kick good content. We ain't
Mm-hmm.
no haters about nothing, but he always gonna get the finger pointed at him because who he is,
Mm-hmm.
what he is, and what he talking about. He ain't never gonna win, but I'm saying I don't agree with the people that disagree with him necessarily. Is all I'm saying because he's just in that bracket where what he doing, what he talking about, and who he is gonna make people be judgmental on what he talking about. But at the end of
Mm-hmm.
the day, don't think for 1 minute that doesn't help 1090 Jake. It helps him more than it hurts him
True.
because he a good content creator.
I mean, he can't take nothing from him. He break things down like a fraction. You feel me?
Y'all can't be
But
super judgmental towards him, and y'all don't like to be the same. Y'all don't give Hassan Campbell the same energy,
I
especially when
don't know.
Hassan being disrespectful. 1090 Jake don't be if somebody go out there and get slid on, he not about to talk about them disrespectfully like Hassan would. You see what I'm
Right?
saying?
Right?
But Hassan not gonna get the same backlash. But
He
we
can
understand why that is, though.
he catch it though. They doing
He
they
catch it, but he don't really like we understand that they both got controversial content,
right.
but I think 1090 get judged differently because who he is versus when Hassan turns around and do some of these same types of things, but he do it a little bit more aggressive and more disrespectful. He get a little bit of backlash, but not like 1090 does. It's a different type of energy.
I mean, I think Hassan catch it a little worse because he like you say he's brutal with how he word things, how he do things. You know what I mean? 1090 ain't that type of person. He just reading off paperwork. He's stating the fact. See,
Yeah, but
Hassan,
even though that's all he doing, people look at it like he trying to degrade us.
for sure.
You feel what I'm saying? And in Hassan case, he do degrade us a lot of times. But he get judged for it, but it's different because we the same color.
Right, for sure. So they'll ease up off on him just a little. You know what I mean? Like, for example,
He get
rest,
attacked, but the attack be different because it's for a
re,
different reason.
like rest in peace to Lil Cheese. Like, soon it wasn't even 30 minutes. Soon as Lil Cheese passed away, he was the first blogger to attack this man. You feel me? And as soon as he attacked him, disrespecting Wallow and Gilly and all this, all of the Philly bloggers, like, they went in on him. They, told him about himself or whatever the case, whatnot. And he went and recanted another video and said, "Oh, I apologize. I didn't know Wallow and Gilly was Muslim." So they lit
And
him up
everybody
some
looked at
more.
that like that was a fake apology because one thing about being a part of that, through other people, you gonna know other people. You gonna know about other people. You gonna know of other people. It's
Right.
spread. Listen, man, that's a little bit different. So to say you don't know when you know damn well 85, 90% of Philly,
It's Muslim. Definitely.
they participate in that culture. And New York is heavy in that culture too. But Philadelphia, they really dig into that a little bit more than I would say New York do.
For sure. Because they don't gang bang. You know what I mean? They Muslims that stand on street principles. I could say that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? So he can't sit there and just beat my ears up with lies and tell me like, boy, you didn't know that Philadelphia was a Muslim city.
Especially when you gotta point this out, especially when you got a bunch of young niggas out of Chicago that got ops on the other side. History with these ops. But
Right?
because they from the same brotherhood on certain types of time, the respect gonna be there because of that. So when you got younger people that's able to acknowledge that, you ain't got no excuses, bro.
Nah,
You
not at
don't have no
all.
excuses, bro. You know better.
And even if he wasn't Muslim, that
It still
still
was
don't give you no
disrespectful.
reason to disrespect nobody's son for
It was
content.
disrespectful, man.
You know what I mean? And you try to bring New York in it and all that. Like, don't do that, bro.
For one, you
Don't do
can't
that.
never bring New York in it because New York don't politic with Hassan like that. So anytime he ever get into it where it's with somebody from another state, you ain't never gonna be able to generate the type of energy you looking for from your backyard because New York not about to jump in the car with you, buddy.
Nah, not for no stupidity. Anyway,
Not for Hassan.
I mean, I ain't gonna say the nigga can't pay a couple dollars and have, you know, couple cats got like how he pushed up the no jumper. You feel me? I'm pretty sure he dropped a couple bags in folks'
You
hand
know why he went to no jumper? Let's just keep it real. You talking about Hassan, right?
for sure.
Hassan ended up at no jumper because them niggas guaranteed his safety. Not because he was a cowboy. Listen, We not even gonna play with Cali like that, because a lot of people losing their life, attempts on their life, getting robbed, etc. in Cali, because they think that what's going on over there, they can't end up involved in it. Listen, nigga, if you doing any kind of shining and you ain't got any kind of affiliations over there, it can happen to you over
For
there.
sure.
So y'all need to put some respect on Cali and understand that the time they own ain't gonna change because it's you, nigga. It just ain't.
Mm-hmm.
So you either gonna respect how LA coming, or you gonna be part of the disrespect when they come.
I mean, just the way he kept, like I said, Lil Cheese he wasn't he wasn't passed away that long before he dropped. I mean, like 6 videos back to back. It's
He did
like
it so last.
yeah,
He did it so last.
the more hate he got, the more he kept picking at that sword. You feel me?
Because that's you. We gotta realize, because he disappeared. I think his channel was shut down for a couple weeks, maybe a month. You got to understand, he trying to get back in the algorithm. He trying to do all that, and he just like White Boy Wonder. He know how to say certain things that's gonna drive the internet crazy. It could be he could say 5,000 words, but he could say 2 words that's gonna become something that turned viral over the internet.
And there was
That
this.
little sentence he said that was disrespectful to Gilly's son
Mm-hmm.
wasn't even 2, 3 sentences long. You see what I'm saying?
No, it was the
So just that
normal.
fast, he drove the internet nuts from that dough.
It was the snot rock phrase that he always used.
And you absolutely right. But you know what boosted the whole energy to it? The fact that you saying this about Wallow and Gilly, these some of the top niggas on the internet right now.
I agree.
He knew exactly what he was doing. Gilly and them don't want to talk to Hassan Campbell, so your chances of getting on $1 million worth of game and talking your mess is slim to none. You probably gonna have to pay. You see what I'm saying? So what better way to get the same type of recognition as sitting next to them with a microphone by you? Attack them.
I mean,
That's
but
some of the
how
most
long?
disrespectful ways you can do it. And then you got to understand, like, these are some of the top dogs on the internet. Internet love these niggas. You go
That's
at them.
that's that's cool. But how long you gonna keep barking at the moon till you realize that it ain't responding back?
They ain't got to respond back, because you know why? One thing about Hassan, he ain't always. If he get into it with a Jersey nigga, his chances of bumping into the Jersey nigga slim to none. He's sitting at the house most of the time. Then when he do leave the house and call himself being in the quote unquote hood, he around a bunch of niggas that's like 50, 60. They
Yeah.
used to do some stuff 30 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't never gonna bump into nobody he got real issues. It sound good because for the internet, it gives you a character. When you start talking like that, it make you playing a character. And people will start buying into that, thinking you a certain type of way. But who's to say this nigga didn't do nothing but put the cheese on the pizzas in school before the lunch lady put him in the oven? He could have been one of them type of niggas for real. But he's
I
selling y'all
agree.
this character where he was robbing and killing everybody. Well, how come it ain't one blogger that got a Hassan gangster documentary story on this nigga?
First of all, how he portrays his image, bruh. Ain't nowhere in the world you can rob all these guys that you claim allegedly you did, or stepped on all these bodies, and no ops family members is alive to
Nobody
verify
coming
this.
at you about nothing. No,
Now,
You know what I mean? It's weird
Now
to me,
Gangster did 23 years and a half, and his ops still could vouch for the work that he put in New Orleans.
Mhm.
On your behalf, Hassan, we ain't heard nobody say
He
a
ain't bringing
thing.
no niggas on the show that been in jail with him. No nothing, bro. We just gotta believe what you telling us.
Yeah, like it ain't no receipts.
I don't care what no nigga say, man. That nigga was the nigga in the back of the kitchen in school putting the cheese on the pizza before the lunch
And
lady.
and
Put the pizza in the
and
oven, bro.
and another thing, if you was a cold blooded stepper like you say you was, and all this, and you
Somebody
get busy,
going
you do that.
for you,
The
man.
the dude that tampered with you, you would have crushed him. You wouldn't have cared. Oh, he got security up there. He got this. Boy, on that type of mission right there, you don't care who is at the front door. You gonna crush him, and you going up
Let's
through
be
there.
honest though. We know why it didn't happen because he feared that dude.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it didn't happen.
He
Just
do.
like he sit there and attack everybody on YouTube. Why you ain't attacking him? Why you ain't talking crazy to him?
Evidently, he must was pressure. He
You'll tell
had
us
to
the
be pressure.
story about what happened, but you won't talk about him like
Nah,
you talk about everybody else, bruh.
that's supposed to be your biggest op. You did. You talking about you was protecting. You was protecting the D boys from getting raw. You, the same dude that's letting dude old enough to be your grandfather molest you. You ain't do nothing to him, but you want everybody to believe you was the dough man or whatever you was. It's cap.
Big cat.
Yeah, it's cap. You ain't like that, bro. Cause one thing about it, New York dudes don't like New York dudes. But if a dude was one of them ones, they ain't gonna deny it. They might say, yeah, he's a cornball, he's a whatever the case may be, but he get busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they gonna vouch for that.
He's just,
But
let's just be honest. He a good talking clout chaser. He a disrespectful dude. You know what I mean? And
he just stay capped up. You
yeah, and
can't take
it's
him
certain things
serious.
that he do. If he'd do it to people like that, the people that's watching him and supporting him, trust me and believe me when I say he'll do it to you too. So you supporting the snake. So don't be surprised when the snake bites you when you think you cool enough with it to be able to pet it. That's all I'm
And
saying.
and it gotta be like you got to be real, you gotta be dumb to sit there and know that you gotta duck your taco when you walk out the door because how you been talking all crazy to everybody. I know you got PTSD. Your head turning fast every time you bend the corner because you know the energy you put out there in the universe. You know somebody want to slap fire at you, bro.
Yeah, but he the type of nigga he don't worry about it till it catch up with him. Then he start worrying.
True,
You know what I mean? He one of them type of dudes. That's why he
true.
taunt and troll everybody and you know what I'm saying, verbally be aggressive with everybody because he know his seeing a lot of these people slim to none. But we do got to get into it where it's hot at, man. First and foremost, let me say this before we get into it. Get well, Mama Duck, because Mama Duck done been through a lot of stuff in the past couple years, man, from, what I mean, losing family members,
A lot of
her kids,
PTSD.
what I mean, the scrutiny from the public, having to defend herself constantly over these social media platforms because she constantly being attacked about certain things. from not being a good mother because she lost her kids, or not being this and not being that, and taunted by her son ops and stuff like that. It's just a lot that she done been through, and to be going through what she's going through now. So I just want to say, get well, Momma Duck, because she been going through a lot. And granted, this social media thing can be a tool. At the same time, it's a gift and a curse. So it's like she don't really get a break far as we see it, because it's always somebody talking about her. It's always, and it's always most of the time in a negative manner. And then to be going through what she's going through right now is just, it's like, when can I get a break? You feel what I'm saying?
I agree. Cause I mean, I looked at it like this: if you having a domestic situation with your significant other, the last thing I would want is somebody to hit a live button and record us having our differences. You see what I'm saying? The whole thing was recorded from when the man was saying, "Man, let me bag out. Oh, let me get my car key first," and all that. So it's like it put you in the mind of some little girl mess, dog. You feel me? Cause if you my mama, you in your 50s, 60s, whatever the case may be, I would expect for you to at least tell my daughter, whoever hitting that live stream button, tell them, if you don't turn that off, you know what I mean? This ain't no we not being recorded. This is real life. I mess with this dude. You see what I'm saying?
But that's
But
that's the times we live in now today, because when people don't help, they rather record. We watch it all the time. We watch people die while somebody recording, and instead of the person that's recording assist and try to help the person, they're recording.
it's
We
like
seeing people, we see a lot of that, and that's just a thing that's being
it's
normalized. So we can want it to be different all day, but it's never gonna be different,
it's
because
not
always gonna be them type of people around.
it like a live like a live stream button is nothing but a nosy button. That's why so many viewers come in, because everybody geeking. What y'all doing? You see
The
what I'm
type of
saying?
world the type of world we live in today, it ain't about being no hero, bruh. People don't wanna go viral
Nah,
for being a hero. They wanna go viral off of whatever you going through without them being involved.
it's just like Gangster was saying, bro. When anybody that's going live, vlogging, podcasting, you gotta have bulletproof emotions. This ain't for the weak. You know what I
Just
mean?
I think that's anything that got to do with the internet. It's not gonna be. It's gonna always be people in your comments being critical. 100% of everybody's not gonna agree. 100% of everybody
Right,
gonna like you. You just
right.
gotta have tough skin. It's just what it is.
Mm-hmm. You got to.
Internet,
You gotta be a
you know what
gorilla.
I
You
mean?
gotta have tough skin, because you got so many people that lose weight, commit suicide, all of that because what somebody said on social media. You know
Just
what I mean?
in her case, though, in Mama Duck case,
Mm.
a lot of what we seeing her go through is something that a lot of times we see a younger
I
female,
agree.
the
Facts.
domestics with the dudes, and
Facts.
I'm doing OnlyFans, and I'm doing this and I'm doing that, and
Uh-huh.
arguing with people over people that you losing, and that's something that we typically see from a younger woman. So we seeing this from a mama, a grandmama, a older lady. So you're gonna she's being criticized a whole different type of way, in a different type of manner, because of that. Granted that she's using the internet as a tool to make a get a bag off of it, and she's being able to do that successfully. But I'm saying you can't jump on the internet and always want to talk back when you see people saying it's gonna always be people saying something opposite of what you expecting people to say or think or feel.
All facts. I mean, that's just how it's set up, like you said. But on to the next though, right? Okay, back to Lil Yak, Whack 100 and Boosie. Okay. Now peep the play, right? Everybody in the beginning, they yak this, yak, 6ix9ine, yak 6ix9ine. People was overlooking that Whack 100 was the quarterback from the gate.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So everybody going that, yeah, right? Kodak, you know what I mean? Kodak Lane, you ain't street, whoop, 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 whoop. Wack was sitting back in the cut the whole while, just waiting on certain rappers to jump out their body and say something. And when Boosie said what he said, it was like, Wack was smiling from ear to ear, like, okay, now this where I step in. This my play. I orchestrated everything. Bag up. Boosie saying like, you dead wrong. You taking up for the man. And Lil Tudor Raw inboxed Whack 100 and told Whack 100 that his daddy want to holler at him. Whack 100 being the dude that he is, he crashed the whole play. Oh, forget you and your
Well,
daddy.
anybody gonna feel some type of way when the son of the nigga that should be reaching out to me is
I agree too.
nigga
I
who is
agree.
like nigga who is you?
Right. Stay in the child's place. I'm
You see what I'm
old
saying?
enough to
So it's
be
like
your granddaddy
Tootie, granted the nigga ain't had to be super disrespectful like that because Tootie a young nigga, but Tootie should have stayed
in the child's place.
out of that. Just period. You know what I'm saying? That's
Mm-hmm.
something. Let your pops when it come to stuff like that, your dad the one that got us put out in the streets like that.
And
Let your dad politic them situations. Don't try to do that. Don't try to be your dad. You're not your
right.
dad.
And this ain't the first time he did that. He did it with Charleston White too. And Charleston White took it
Yeah,
like
but
like
it's different because you calling in to known gang members.
right.
We might not like the nigga, but on the West Coast, he's a factor about a lot of things. He might not be
Mm-hmm.
the most liked nigga, but he's a factor because he's a shaker and mover. Nigga, you gotta stay in your lane.
Mm-hmm.
What is you doing? You're a kid. That's like calling New York and trying to check 50. Nigga, what? You ain't in that pocket to think you could call 50, Fat Joe, Puff Daddy, Rick Ross, and Jay Prince and try to check them, bruh. Stay in
Yeah.
your lane.
Mm-hmm.
That's the same type of thing.
I agree.
I could see if you was reaching out to 6ix9ine, nigga, I ain't feeling that, and that's different. We don't care about 6ix9ine, but you talking to niggas that they can call places, they dealing with shakers and movers, and they're all locations, nigga. You shouldn't have had no voice in that situation.
Mm-hmm. And your dad should have told you that.
I'm pretty sure he know better, but you know these niggas think they something that they don't be, so they step out their
True.
body from
True.
time to time.
You're
And
right.
this is
You're
a
right.
reality check because you just stepped out your body to a nigga that will embarrass you. You ain't really got no win. So
Mm-hmm.
now you got to go through the fact that people gonna be like, "Oh, Boosie need to check him," and "Oh, that nigga said this about Tootie Raw." Now you got the scrutiny of that, but can you really do? Because you can't go to Cali do nobody stepping over what he said to you. Meaning you should have stayed in your place, bro.
True. I mean, and that was a reality check to him towards him because you know he probably his nose probably was in the air like a young nigga. Like, oh, my daddy Boosie. They gonna respect Boo. Ain't nobody, and you got a nigga that don't care about
Pay attention to
Nathaniel.
what he said. Oh, my dad's Bootsy. You
Mm-hmm.
using your dad's stamp, not yours. Stay in your lane, little nigga. Stay in your lane. That's it. That's all. I don't got nothing against Tootie Raw, nigga. I love the nigga Tootie Raw trying to do his thing. And it's just don't get mixed up in politics that ain't got nothing to do with you, that you have no power or voice to even
Over.
be involved in, to be speaking, bruh. It's like the cartel boss show up. Everybody
Yeah,
can't talk to El Chapo.
yeah. You
Only the
can't
nigga out this circle that's the one that's responsible for making the millions of dollars gonna be the one he
see,
want to talk to. He don't want to talk to all you niggas.
see. I see he's the type of son. If his dad is snapping, he gonna snap because he like Kodak Black. He tagged Kodak on his story like Kodak. I reached out to you for a feature, but you do a feature with 6ix9ine. You know what I mean? Middle fingers. You feel me?
Who, Boosie?
Okay. Yeah, that's what Tudor Ross said to Yak. Saying he wanted a feature from Yak. Yak didn't never get back with him. But you turn around and do a feature with a rat. First of all, another correction, Lil Tootie. You ain't got no M to pay for no verse. Whether if it was street or not, you can't get mad if nobody don't want to do no verse with you. This is the rap game. This ain't the street. Welcome to the industry. You
Even
gonna
even with the $1,000,000, cuz this what I do want to say. Because people got to understand that the $1,000,000 was not a relationship, it was a business move.
for sure.
So,
Facts.
okay, he gets $1,000,000 to do this feature. Understand how many people that's up under him that he feed and that he employ. Now,
Mm-hmm.
boom, he make this business decision to do this little feature, which he dissing dude in the song at the same time, for $1,000,000. Let's just say he takes the whole $1,000,000 and pay all the people he got employed with the $1,000,000.
Right.
Is it still messed up that he did that?
You asking me, is it messed up?
I'm the public too. However they feel, leave it in the comments. Let me know how you feel about it. But what I'm saying is, it still messed up that he do that if he make a business decision, being a street dude, to take the $1,000,000 from a rat, get on the song, disrespect him on his own song for the $1,000,000. But at the end of the day, he took this million. We don't never know what he did with the money. You see what I'm saying?
You
But he
just saying
know
the example. You just throwing the example out
he
there.
got a team of people he employed just
Okay.
like everybody do. Is he wrong for doing that? Just because of 20 other people said they'd turn the money down because of this nigga being a rap. Now
It's
I
like this.
understand that too, because I'm a street nigga. But at the end of the day, we gotta think about, it's two sides to this coin. The streets, and sometimes, listen, I'm gonna put it like this. Sometimes your personal morals to shit, let's put it like that. In reality, certain moral towards certain morals towards certain politics don't pay no bills at the crib. These niggas get paid to do what they do.
At the end of the day, you done seen dudes in the street make street decisions like that. You done told somebody or heard somebody tell him, "Hey, bro, don't serve that car. He set such and
Yeah,
such up the
yeah,
other
hell
day."
yeah.
But your boy, he shoot, they got 500 they trying to spend. He got bills to pay. He got kids in the house. You feel me? So he like, oh, he ain't set me up. He gonna go on and go make that move and say, forget what you sent me. I'm finna get these $500 from this police ass nigga. You
Yeah.
see what I'm saying? Some people make decisions like
It's
that
just
when
we got big expectations for every when you a street nigga, the expectations for you are big. And then Kodak, like I said, every video, because Kodak been in my top 5 in the young generation since he came out. That don't change just because we seen a couple videos of him tweaked out and all kind of other shit. It don't change, but even me being a street dude, I understand the decision to take the $1,000,000 and do the song. Like I said, it's not a relationship. They wasn't
he
establishing
he
no
even he
relationship.
even said it in the song. I'm not gonna be hanging with Jit. I'm not gonna do no business with Jit. He done told me, he was soft for being a rat
Yeah.
and all that. It was no vibing light song
And like
with
I
each
said,
other.
it's two sides to the coin
And,
because
and,
I
and I
understand
mean,
everybody argument.
and then another thing, bro. This what people gotta stop doing. However, a man decides to feed his family, that's his business. Cause guess what? You people in the street gonna learn that homeboy shit don't pay no bills. None of that ain't got nothing to do with nothing when you gotta go handle the bills, Jack. That
See,
don't stand for nothing.
the people that's being critical also don't understand because they don't have they're not living in a multi-million-dollar house. So they bills ain't in the hundreds of thousands.
Right,
So they being
right,
critical of certain people that's doing certain things for money based off of what they don't like. You gotta
right.
understand what you don't like. Nigga, what I don't like don't pay none of the bills.
Exactly.
It's
Exactly.
been times not even too long ago. I'm sitting on here every day. We talking and making content every day. I'm sitting on here. We talking about everything, and I got 3 broke ribs, and it's hurting to even sit down in this chair and even be talking. But work must be done.
True.
You see what I'm saying? So you don't never know what people. It got to be done. So it's like it was a been who. How many people getting offered? Lil Durk ain't getting offered $1,000,000 to do nothing.
Nah.
The only niggas in the game that's rapping that might get offered $1,000,000 might be Drake, bruh. The rest of you niggas know. You
I
see what I'm
mean,
saying? So what was he really supposed to do when he know he could take this, pay some bills? There's a lot of things he could have did with that million. I could pay all my mama utilities up for the next nigga 5 years with the million. I could pay my street team. I could do so many things.
and then,
I can get my
then
assistant a new car and do this. Like, bro, you never know what he did with the
look,
money. It
look,
wasn't a relationship, it was a business move.
look
We
how
just
many
disagree.
look how many rappers sold half of their catalog.
That's
People got
different
bills
because
to pay.
they not selling their catalog for $1,000,000.
No, but what I'm saying
That's a
is,
little bit different because
but
when you build a catalog and you've been selling, that
but
catalog grows in value over the
what
years.
what I'm saying that goes down, it boils down to this: people do what they got to do to make their situation right, where they pay bills.
Yeah,
You feel me? At the end
yeah.
of the day, so when somebody else is, that's just like me telling you. That's like me telling you, cuz don't interview this cat. He got $1,000 for a little 15-minute video,
Mhm.
a little 15-minute interview. He want to shoot you a stat. I'm telling you, like, cuz I don't think you should interview him.
See,
I'm out of line.
that'll be a little bit different
But
because
but listen, look,
you gotta tell me your position in the opinionating side because you my
but
business partner. So,
yeah,
in being that you my business partner, if you was to disagree with the
no, if
money,
I was no,
then
listen,
I'm listening to that. You know what
if
I
I
mean?
wasn't your business partner, and I'm just in there, we don't have no type of bond. I'm just throwing it out there. Oh, and you putting it out there on the blogs as a premiere you finna do to get somebody an interview, and I'm just a nigga from the internet just tell you, I don't think you should interview him, you gonna cuss me out like,
I ain't gonna say nothing to the nigga because at the end of the day, what he doing and what I'm doing, two different things. If a nigga finna pay, listen to me. This podcast, when we doing this podcast, nigga, and we street niggas. But when we cut the power on these computers and we doing, this is our job. This is one of
for
our
sure.
occupations, nigga. So
Facts.
we on business time. I don't care if you get smacked and punched on. Where you from? All the time. If that's your reputation, just getting slapped every time you pull up.
Right.
You got the money. You can come on here and tell your story.
Yeah.
I listen to it. He gonna listen to it. We gonna
Right.
listen to it. We ain't gonna know you from a can of paint. So when the power goes off on the episode, nigga,
You
we have
don't
no real
exist.
relationship. So
Yeah.
the nigga you was don't affect me, bro.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not gonna say, oh, we ain't gonna take this $1,000 because a couple niggas suggest that I don't do it when we got kids of our own, we got responsibility, we got business bills. We finna get this 1,000.
That's facts.
We finna
That's
get
what
this 1,000.
that's what it all boils down to, man. You can never tell a man what to do and how to feed his family, whether if it's flaw, he had to do some rob somebody, whatever he had to do.
Listen,
Still,
everybody that's still buying Boston Ricky, I'm calling Boston Ricky. But Boston Richie mixtapes and tapes, nigga, shut up. Nigga, shut up. You all still bumping a nigga in your car and your low riding, your donkey and all this other stuff. Nigga, Future don't even want to be around that nigga. But y'all still playing the album though. Nigga, shut up.
all
And
facts.
hurry up when you do it.
All facts. Go on IG right now. You can look on one of them don't pages or something. You gonna see a Boston Richie song
Nigga, we
attached
go
to
on
it.
Spotify and all that right now. He one of the most streamed artists. You
Facts.
niggas need to shut up. Cause a lot of you niggas that's playing him, the same ones that's talking about Kodak.
And Yak ain't
And
told on
Yak
a
ain't got no
soul.
interrogation room
Not at
deep
all.
footage or none of that. He just made a business move. He ain't hanging out with this nigga. They not traveling and they ain't doing none of that together. It was a
Nah.
business move, but he getting discredited for everything in the world. But you niggas riding down the street with $20,000 worth of candy paint and $10,000 worth of rims, bumping a nigga that got footage of him sitting.
Witness 3.
Nigga, shut up
Witness 3.
and drop the mixtape right after, laughing, talking about I got money. You niggas is idiots.
That should have splashed water in niggas' eyes right then. Like, we can't
That's
look at it.
a prime
That
example that people pick and choose who they
mm-hmm.
want, who they want to cancel out because of what they heard and all that.
Yeah.
The
You
bitch was
wanna
picking
you
food.
wanna counsel Gunner for taking a plea, but y'all spell Witness 3 though.
They ain't even canceled Gunna. He came home and had the most streamed album. Gunna
Now
still
when it
probably
when
got the most streamed
no,
album
no
right now.
when he first came home and they played his music, they showed in Atlanta club,
Yeah,
nobody
they
wasn't
showed in the
moving.
club, but digitally, statistically, analytically, he had the most numbers than anybody that can drop something at the same time.
He did.
Right now, he's still getting spun more than Thugger, more than a whole bunch of niggas that act like they don't mess with him no more.
Yeah.
So it's like, cause they don't listen, man. They gonna pick and choose who they want to try to cancel out. Yeah, they
I
made fun
agree.
of Gunna, but they ain't canceled a nigga because soon as he dropped, okay, they stood still in the club. But nigga, what we didn't see is the other thousands of clubs, tens of thousands of clubs across the world that they was jamming
I
when
agree.
they played that. That's what we didn't see, but because we seen one club where they was all like, "What is it? What this nigga doing?" We looked at it like worldwide. That's what they doing. No, they're not. No, they're not. And his numbers is showing you that that's not what they doing.
I mean, he clearly proved to Atlanta, like, okay, yeah, Baby Drill, Huncho, all these boys doing their thing.
They're not moving.
I'm gonna show y'all what I'm finna do. I'm gonna make y'all eat them words.
Yeah, he did.
And went back to the drawing board. Now what you see on TikTok and in the strip clubs, fuck you mean is
But I feel
number
like
one
that's
on.
what Boston Richie did too, because when it came out, what he did was the first thing he did. Get on Twitter, nigga. I got money though, and then drop a new tape. It was like, I'm just gonna flex. Forget what y'all talking about. And niggas overlooked that, and niggas still Boston Richie'd out.
But Gunna didn't even promote nothing. He just threw a
But
sneak attack out there.
Gunna's a different caliber of an artist than Boston
True.
Richie.
You right. You
Boston
right. You
Richie breaking
absolutely
through.
right.
Gunna's a brand now.
You absolutely right.
You know what I'm saying? Gunna's so much of a brand that he could change his name from Gunna and call himself whatever.
Something else.
They
Yeah.
gonna call him that within
You
24
right.
hours. Everybody gonna be calling him that now. If
Mm-hmm.
you able to control your environment, your fan base, you a brand now. He a
Right.
brand, so it's a little bit different.
True. You can't compare the two.
No, you can't.
Yeah, you can't compare the two.
And
He in
then
the
you got a
lane
whole
of
bunch
his.
of people that's like, "Oh, nigga, I ain't messing with Gunna no more." But it was 90% of people in the world that was like, "I don't know what they talking about." Pooka pooka. Number 3.
Because one thing about it, the females could care less who told on who.
Mhm.
If
They
it
don't care.
sound good, the music is going up loud. And the DJ is gonna play whatever the females, if they want the females to stay at the bar and stay in their club, they gonna play what they want
They
them to
gonna
hear.
yeah.
For sure.
Like
And that's
like
just what it
females
is.
the females being a fan has nothing to do with what these niggas did
No.
in the
So
street.
that so with that being said, I don't know why they try to put street politics in the industry when it's pointless.
I'm gonna
Because
tell
if a
you why. Because
because if it
it's
because
not
if it it's not
think about
stopping
it,
no
cuz when we
revenue.
talk about what we talking about, most of the time we not even talking about hip hop.
What I
Because
mean,
hip hop ain't hip hop no more. So when like Nas said hip hop was dead, it's almost a true statement because when you think about it, who's outside that we listen to that's doing heavy numbers, that's popular, that's always viral? Don't. I don't want to hear J. Cole and Drake. Let's just they not in this conversation. Throw me some niggas out there that's the hip hop holders. That's always seen. That's always talked about. Like all the negative drill rappers. None. So hip hop not being promoted. Rap is drill music. The image of drill. That's none of that. It's part of rap. It's part of hip hop, but that's not hip hop, bro. If we want to be technical, that's drill music is not hip hop. And I listen to drill music. I like drill music. So when I say this, y'all have to public got to understand. I'm not saying drill music is not music. All I'm saying is it's not hip hop. And I'm going to let you know why I'm saying this and why this is true. Because wordplay no longer matters. Hip hop wordplay was first on the scale of commandments of hip hop. Nigga, them bars. Where them bars? We don't care what you're talking about, but where the bars? It's no more. You don't have to put the. It's no more of that. You can say whatever, do whatever. If they like it, they like it. It doesn't have a standard to it no more. If that's what you want to call it.
that's that.
So you took that away. That's something you take away from hip hop. When all I gotta do is cut the beat on DJ, and then I tell you I pulled out the 30, cocked it back, and slid on the ops, and just repeat this to every beat. How hip hop is that, bro? That ain't
It's
hip
not.
hop.
It's not.
It's no context. It's no subject. It's no message. It's no A and B
It's
side
just
to it.
words.
You see what I'm saying? So
It's
it's
all
really
words.
not hip hop no more. It's rap music. It's still part of hip hop, but it's not hip hop. So when people say hip hop is dead, it's really it is dead because the nigga that can rap over here that could possibly be the next Jay-Z on the wordplay, swag, sauce, and all of that. Because let's just be honest, he wasn't top of the list when he came in. He was under Big. He had to wait till Big was out the way to become the god of
What a
New York,
year.
bruh.
That's fast.
You see what I'm saying? The public, the labels, the fans, the artists, the CEOs, the A&Rs, the record labels, hip hop culture. We not looking for the next J. Cole. We not looking for the next Queen Latifah.
No, times done changed, man.
Exactly. Hip hop
It's just it's
is
called black.
different
It's black entertainment now. That's all it is.
because it's not. I can't sit here and say it's hip hop. It's not. What makes
It's
it hip hop?
entertainment.
If you go on YouTube and you press up a song and it's a hip hop song, a De La Soul, a Black Roots, uh, whoever that was doing hip hop.
See, the young guys, they came in the game and said, "We ain't gonna do what they did. We gonna do things
I don't
young
blame.
world."
I don't blame them. Like, let's get this straight too. When I'm talking about drill music, I'm not down talking drill because drill music made a way for all the people that wouldn't have been able to become rap artists in the original rap world because they wasn't good rappers. They wasn't songwriters. They wasn't this and that. You see what I'm saying? It was a lot
They
of standards
created
that
their
came.
own lane.
Exactly. So I'm never going down what they got going on. It's just
It's not hip hop
unpurposely because it wasn't purposely. You know what I mean? Because what the public takes on sometimes is not. It's not on purpose. It's just what they like. We've been watching hip hop for so many decades that that was something so different that we fed into it, and it's become more influential than hip hop. Hip hop made us want to be rappers. What's going on with drill music? It just makes the real street niggas that's living what they talking about want to be a rapper,
because they can get a
but
bag off their lifestyle.
they don't let go of the lifestyle though. Whereas back in the day when hip hop was just hip hop, as an artist, as you was becoming an artist, you was letting go of what you was
You was
prior
using
to
your
that.
character.
You see what I'm saying? And it ain't this. It's not that no more. Like, and that's why we see so many people
It's
go to jail
realistic.
because they promoting what they was prior to getting some money off of what they. It's just crazy, and the labels I blame the most for that because it's
That's
not.
what they pushing.
They not looking for the rapper. They looking for the
Nah,
image.
yeah. But this all we got for y'all on this episode of It's Time for That Coach for the Street, man. Y'all know what it is, the latch off the door. So we gonna give you some more, man.
Thing
You
all
did.
the bells and whistles, man, and we'll be back at you ASAP. Rocky, man.
We gone.
Time for that coach for the streets.